I cannot tell you what skate you should wear. I don't know you well enough for that. I don't know what your dreams are, what your skating style is, where you've been, what you are. I need like paragraphs for that. So instead of answering one of the most common questions I get on my channel, what skate should I wear? I'll just go through all the skates I have, what my experience was with them.
There will be no definitive answers, but I'm hoping you'll get a few ideas here. By going through every skate in my current collection, I'm hoping you'll get some ideas about the kinds of city skates that would suit you and what you're trying to do.
So the first skate is probably the best entry-level skate there is, the Flying Eagle Falcon. It's a super sturdy skate, very hard shell, nice solid sturdy frame. You're not going to challenge the integrity of this as a beginner or an advanced skater. It's got the, oh, what is this? I think we're putting like 78mm wheels on this. I'm not sure, I'm not going to get technical here. I have to rush this because I have a bunch of skates to get through. But this is, it's got a decent amount of foam inside. It could be a little more cushiony, but like I said, for an entry-level skate or for an intermediate who's really bashing like crazy, this is a very good skate. I was very impressed with this, especially considering the price point. We'll get a little flashier here with the SEBA IGOR. This has been personalized. I chose the colors. To be honest, I wasn't super happy that they came out a little bit Ronald McDonald. I was aiming more for a Vancouver Canucks kind of look to them. See what I mean? These are a very sturdy skate, but I would say go in contact personally with them to make sure you don't do this. Ask for something super sturdy here. But this is a one-piece boot, super stiff. It's very responsive, very solid frame. I love the metallic frame. It's not really like me to have a metallic frame. I think if this was completely black with just a little splash of orange and this gold frame, it would be just like crazy. Okay, we're going to stay in the high end here with the most expensive stock skate on the planet, the HYPERSKATE GTO SPECIALE. And the Adapt HYPERSKATE GTO has been something I've been in for the last year, but the SPECIALE has changed in a bunch of different ways. It's just a better skate with a nicer interior, nicer cushion, more absorption, a super solid quattro frame. This is a beast, and I've wiped out in this a few times and it still looks unscathed. And I know according to my old Adapt HYPERSKATE GTO that I've got some years left in this. And another reason I love it is it's got the enclosure system of a strap which is super sturdy. You could have your laces quite loose and still skate with that on. But I love to have my laces fitting so I've got my foot pushed back in the right place and I've got very quick responsive power transfer because there's no slippage within this skate when I've laced and buckled properly. It's just a beautiful skate. Did I say it was beautiful? Oh yes, the SEBA High. The SEBA High is a beast again. Very solid frame, great cushion. I like the SEBA brand, but I don't know what's going on here. I smashed this up quite a bit. I just put hockey tape on it after a while. A little buckly for my choice, but yeah, going downstairs, going to a skate park, skating with people who are very fast, this thing can do it all. This skate never let me down. Yeah, I don't really like buckles, but that's most skates. The gyro, I love the look of this skate and the feel of it is just amazing. This is the lightest skate I have in my collection. It's really slick too. Maybe a bit of a cheese factor with infinite passion on the buckle. But as a skater, we can all pretty much understand that. We feel the infinite passion, we just don't really say it that way. Oh, it's a gyro frame. Very light skate. Almost a perfect skate, a little loose, so I would say for a slalom skater, it's probably an amazing skate. For me, I want a little more prep power transfer, and the forward and sideways lean on this wasn't supportive enough for me in what I'm doing. But the flat land experience was beautiful, so for a slalom skater, this I think would be a really nice buy. You can get this at Pro Skater's Place, just like all the other skates. And this is Velcro, buckle, and laces. That's the GYRO GFR-GX 7. It's a pretty cool looking skate. Made in Korea, FREESTYLE.
FREESTYLE TT Carbon.
So this FREESTYLE skate, I've actually pirated the laces for this. I don't know why. But for a buckle system, I do really like this FREESTYLE skate because this buckle is so chunky and it doesn't slip. Whatever you put this on it just stays there because these are just so deep, these little teeth here. So this skate is for slalom, freestyle, and I found it super darty, maybe beyond what I need. So this for a freestyler I think is a dream skate. It's very solid. It can go downstairs, take big drops, that sort of thing. So this Flying Eagle in particular, what would this be good for? I'd say if you want to be adventurous and go down some grass hills, this would probably be a pretty good skate with the big wheels and the supportive cuff. You can do city skating on this. These can handle stairs, but this big gap here might make it a little bit rougher. Yeah, other than that, these are a pretty good urban skate. Maybe a little heavier than other three-wheelers that I have though. So great for a beginner or an advanced person who's going to be taking them into some crazy places. That's the Flying Eagle.
Flying Eagle F110.
So this is fun. Now we have the SUV skate from POWERSLIDE. This one has 165mm wheels, 3 wheels, tires actually, and they're all inflatable. This one was super crazy on the downhill grass. It really ironed the slope out. The clumpy grass slopes were made a lot gentler by these tires. As far as flatland skating, I found these were so difficult that I have not much heart to take them out anywhere but on the downhill. People have asked me to take these out in the snow. There's absolutely no way that I'm going to be taking these any further than like a block in the snow unless it's on the downhill. These are very tiring on the flat. Tiring on the flat, get it? On a pump track, on a downhill, these would work perfectly. Where a traditional stride is required to maintain momentum, these are a bit of a Hail Mary. Yeah. Very supportive, very simple. Buckles that worked and stayed where I put them, which is really important when you've got these beasts on your feet and you're facing a super downhill. Now we're talking about the only skate that I feel I have let people down on, and that is the trigger, the JULIEN CUDOT trigger. What is this? Oh, laces. The JULIEN CUDOT trigger skate, the aggressive skate. I tried this in a skate park and it was pretty neat. I felt super solid and bulletproof. I never really caught my groove as far as getting a really good grind on because I'm not a great grinder to begin with and I haven't really done much for like the last 15 years. So because I don't live near a skate park, I never really got back into it. And I'm holding on to these with a dream of learning how to skate aggressive properly. So yeah, these, they have no center wheels, so going downstairs in the city center, for me was pretty much impossible. I was more tempted to just jump over it instead of catching this on an edge. And that's probably why I was never really baited into using this skate much. It's a beautiful skate, check that out. It's almost like the Adapt skate look. I think it's a class act. Look at that. Again, dog hair not included. And the padding on this is just insane. And maybe that's part of why I never really got into the skate too much, is because I felt detached from it. And I think I need to settle into this foam, become part of this skate, use the techniques that I watch other people doing when they're doing aggressive skating, forget about who I am for just a little while, learn how to use this skate, and then I'll have a valid judgment. But right now, with my level of expertise, all I can do is talk shit. So this HYPERSKATE GTO to me is for the person who's already got a pair of skates, but they want something beautiful, which moves beautifully and can take the challenges of a city skate, but doesn't necessarily have to be the primary in all conditions and weather, because when you get this skate and you open the box for the first time, you vow to yourself secretly that you never want to destroy the skate, and you always want it to look beautiful. It's the curse of this skate, is that you want it to stay the way it looks. So this is 2 years later, over 2 years. I did pretty well here. Two years. So the KRONOS Rain, I've said it before, it's one of the greatest innovations of modern inline. It's got the Trinity frame here, which allows the wheels to be sunken in closer. They're big wheels, but they feel like it's a low ride. You've got 3 wheels here, there's no giant spaces in between, it's very symmetrical. And this boot is so stiff, yet extremely light, with just a little bit of flex laterally, that it feels like a high-end ice skating hockey boot. I've skated in a lot of Bauer skates, which I do like Bauer skates, and there's some great Mission skates, but this to me is just an amazing hockey skate. The pivots I get on this, despite the big wheels, are phenomenal. And as far as crossing the city, once I get these on my feet, I have a hard time discarding them because in a utilitarian way, they just tear up territory. I might have a little more finesse in the ADAT HYPERSKATE GTO than I have in these, but nothing eats up the city like my POWERSLIDEs. I'm able to get some crazy speed on these, and my agility is good, and my stopping is just dead on with the POWERSLIDE KRONOS Rain. It's a beautifully made skate too. I've got some really nice looking skates. Oh yeah, it's just such a chunky frame. And here we have the Flying Eagle. Oh man, I forgot the initials of this one too.
Okay, let's just stop here and mention that I've probably skated in the Flying Eagle drift about 100 times. Sorry, Flying Eagle, how can I forget the drift?
So this Flying Eagle
Drift
is a skate I enjoyed because it's got the big wheels. You get the crazy speed, but this low cuff means you're carving a fair amount. So while it's not a tiny frame, it's not a super crazy long frame, or it didn't feel like it, and maybe it's down to the cuff. I did bash some stairs in these. I jumped off a few things. I found them a little darty as far as if you wanted to jump up onto a ledge or something. So the precision skating in this size wheel really starts to suffer with me anyways. So I think anything bigger than a 90 and I start to become a little less agile and a little less precise. But yeah, these eat up territory very quickly, and they're also quite nice for curb crawling because you have that inversion and eversion ability, so you can really carve. You can really carve. So a huge thanks to Sonic Sports, who supplied these really cool inline pucks that I still use as pylons and pucks all the time. Sorry, Dexter. And they also provide this revolutionary tool, the Sonic Sports multi-wrench. So this tool is almost all the wrench I need for my skates. It's a very useful tool. I keep it in my backpack. It takes up very little room. I would not suggest putting it in your pocket, but it certainly does fit there. You can find them at Sonic Sports LA on Instagram or sonicsports.com on the web. So that's it. That's all the skates I have. Yes, those are all the skates in my recent skating history. There's a whole bunch of other skates I've rolled in before, but these skates are all quite current skates. You can find almost all of them at Pro Skater's Place. That's where I received these skates from.
So basically that's it. I'm not exactly a foot genie, but those are all the skates I know about.
I don't know, is that a little country western looking? Which for city skating is probably taboo. Country skating, this would be awesome. It's got a piston here. It's got a little country detail. You got some boot scoot and wheelie boots.